The top 10 fastest cars in the world 2025. Number 10. 2025 BMW M5 G90, 190 miles an hour. BMW's 7th Gen M5 goes hybrid not to save fuel, but to murder lag. A twin-turbo 4.4-liter S68 V8 teams with an integrated E-motor for a combined 717 horsepower and 738 pound-feet of torque, funneled through an 8-speed M-Steptronic and rear-biased MX drive. Nail launch control and you get a verified 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Spec the M driver's package and the factory limiter lifts to 190 miles an hour. What makes it so quick is the torque fill. The electric motor stuffs instant shove while the turbos spool, so thrust never drops between. Underneath, adaptive M dampers, integral active steering, rear steer, and massive brakes keep 5,251 pounds frighteningly composed, while the E-motor's placement in the transmission trims driveline losses. Thermal management and active aero keep repeat pulls consistent. A boost control paddle summons max output for savage bursts. Inside, the 12.3 14.9-inch display pair runs the latest iDrive with track telemetry, and there's an EV mode for up to 27 miles of silent creep. Result? A 5-seat executive cruise missile that sprints like a supercar and cruises like a 7 Series. US pricing starts at $119,500 before destination. Carbon ceramics and the driver's package are the speed addicts' must-haves. Still think sedans are done? Manual shift outlier later in this list wears a last man standing tag, and it's not slow. Stay until the end. Number 9. 2025 Lamborghini Urus SE Hybrid, 194 miles an hour. Lamborghini pushes the boundaries of what a super SUV can be with the 2025 Urus SE Hybrid. Under its sculpted hood lives a plug-in hybrid powertrain combining a twin-turbo 4-liter V8 and a high-output electric motor. Together, they unleash 789 horsepower and about 701 pound-feet of torque, feeding all 4 wheels through an 8-speed automatic. That electric boost fills the torque curve early, giving that instant surge off the line. No lag, immediate reaction. Despite tipping the scales at over 5,500 pounds, the Urus SE doesn't feel weighted down. Adaptive air suspension, active dampers, and aerodynamic tweaks, including redesigned diffusers, matrix LEDs, and bigger wheels, come built in to help it stay planted at high speed. Lamborghini claims a top speed of 194 miles an hour for this version, making it one of the fastest SUVs you can legally drive down a highway. 0 to 60, a wicked 3.4 seconds is the number. Pair that with the electric motor's instant torque and you've got a bruiser that hits hard whether you're merging onto the freeway or stomping the pedal in sport or Corsa mode. Inside, the drama continues. Stitched leather, carbon fiber accents, dual digital displays, and Lamborghini's signature fighter jet ignition toggle. A redesigned infotainment suite integrates hybrid energy flow graphics alongside lap timers and telemetry. Starting at about $262,000, the Urus SE isn't just another fast SUV. It's proof that Lamborghini can go hybrid without losing its soul, turning electrification into another weapon in the speed arsenal. Number 8. 2025 Mercedes-AMG GT 63 SE Performance, 196 miles an hour. Drawn from the F1 playbook, this plug-in AMG turns electricity into overboost. Up front sits a hand-built 4-liter bi-turbo V8. Out back, a 150-kilowatt E-motor with its own 2-speed gearbox and ELSD. Together, they unleash 831 horsepower and 1,032 pound-feet of torque, funneled through a wet clutch and 9-speed and rear-based 4MATIC Plus. Factory claims peg 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds and VMAX at 196-197 miles an hour. But what you feel is the seamless surge. The rear motor shoves instantly, then snaps into second around highway speeds to keep the full ferocious deep into triple digits. The secret sauce is the 400-volt, 6.1-kilowatt AMG high-performance battery tucked close to the E-axle for minimal losses. Engineered for rapid discharge and equally savage regen, built for laps, not range. Carbon ceramic brakes, rear axle steering, and AMG active ride control calm the long hood missile when the speedo's climbing. Cabin drama meets data. MBUX performance pages map live power flow, temps, and hybrid boost beside a widescreen cockpit. 4 doors, a usable trunk, and silence-on-demand EV creeping make it a daily that happens to hunt supercars on weekends. Price: $200,500 MSRP for the US 4-door coupe. Expect well into the 220Ks as equipped. This is electrification used as a weapon, not a waiver. If hot carbon ceramics and turbos at Redline give you goosebumps, drop a like, then tap subscribe to feed the need for speed. Number 7. 2025 Ford Mustang GTD, 202 miles an hour. The Mustang GTD is Ford's boldest chapter yet. It's more GT3 race car than street pony, but holds all the curves for legal roads. Power comes from a supercharged 5.2-liter Predator V8, dry sump for oiling even in hard cornering, producing 815 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque. It's married to an 8-speed dual-clutch rear transaxle and a carbon fiber driveshaft, giving it nearly 50-50 front-to-rear balance. Top speed? On the track, it hits 202 miles an hour with the drag reduction system deployed. Inside the lineage, this car is iconic. The GTD name nods at Mustang's motorsports past. GTD class in IMCA GT3 racing, and this is the most track-focused road-legal Mustang ever made. Ford drops some serious tech into it. Active aerodynamics, adjustable rear wing and front flaps for maximum airflow or downforce as needed, semi-active dampeners, and Multimatic DSSV spool valve suspension. Body panels? Many are carbon fiber. Brakes are carbon ceramic. As for price, this isn't a Mustang for the everyman. GTD starts just north of $300,000, depending heavily on options and limited edition trims. What elevates the GTD beyond raw numbers is the history built into its DNA. It stands on the shoulders of every drag strip Mustang, every road course prototype, and carries forward the promise that a Mustang can both roar and reign on the world's greatest tracks. Number 6. 2023 Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat Red-Eye Jailbreak, 203 miles an hour. Dodge knew the age of Hemi was ending, so they sent the Charger off like only Mopar can. Supercharged, wide-bodied, and unapologetically loud. The jailbreak package unlocked the full potential of the 6.2-liter Hellcat V8, cranking output to 807 horsepower and 707 pound-feet of torque. Paired with an 8-speed Torque Flight automatic and sticky 305 section tires, this 4-door bruiser rockets to 203 miles an hour, making it the fastest production sedan in the world when it launched. It isn't just about straight-line savagery. The wide body kit widens stance and hides Brembo's 6-piston brakes up front, while launch control and line lock help owners manage the chaos. Dodge even turned customization into performance theater. The jailbreak programs lets buyers mix and match stripes, badging, wheels, calipers, and interiors in combinations that would make a Lamborghini spec sheet blush. Each car could be a one-off muscle statement. But what really makes the Red-Eye Jailbreak unique is history. This was the last hurrah of the Charger's supercharged Hemi before Stellantis pivots to electrification. Base MSRP hovered around $91,000, but dealers often tacked on premiums, knowing the sedan was instant memorabilia. The 2023 Red-Eye Jailbreak wasn't just transportation. It was Dodge lighting fireworks at the funeral of the gasoline muscle era. Number 5. 2023 Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat Red-Eye, 203 miles an hour. The Challenger SRT Hellcat Red-Eye is the two-door twin to the Charger's final war cry, but it carries its own legend. Under the hood sits the same 6.2-liter supercharged Hemi V8, force-fed by a 2.7-liter blower that cranks out 797 horsepower and 707 pound-feet of torque. With an 8-speed automatic and a long, wide stance, the Red-Eye blasts from 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds and keeps pulling until it touches 203 miles an hour. Numbers that once belonged exclusively to European exotics. What makes the Challenger unique is how old school it feels while posting modern supercar stats. At nearly 4,500 pounds, it's more muscle bruiser than track scalpel, but Dodge leans into that identity. Wide body flares make room for massive 305 section tires, while lane lock and launch control turn every straight road into a drag strip stage. Inside, it's part throwback, part tech lab. A traditional cockpit layout meets Uconnect infotainment with performance pages that track everything from boost pressure to G-forces. Base MSRP landed around $83,000, but like its Charger sibling, dealer markups made it collector territory overnight. The 2023 Red Eye wasn't just another trim, it was Dodge's last pure challenger. A final tire shredding salute before electrification closes the curtain. If you had the keys tonight, which one are you driving home? And what's the first mod? Drop your answer in the comments section. Number 4. 2025 Cadillac CT5V Blackwing, 205 miles an hour. Cadillac CT5V Blackwing is the last great American sports sedan to fly a supercharged flag, and for 2025 it feels like Detroit's middle finger to Germany's Autobahn royalty. At its heart beats a 6.2-liter LT4 supercharged V8, hand-built in Bowling Green and tuned for 668 horsepower and 659 pound-feet of torque. A Tremec 6-speed manual comes standard. Yes, 3 pedals in 2025. While a 10-speed automatic is optional for those chasing ultimate lap times. Either way, the Blackwing storms from a 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds and barrels onto a verified 205 miles an hour, making it the fastest Cadillac ever built. What makes this sedan special isn't just raw speed, but the engineering pedigree. Magnetic Ride Control 4.0 adjusts dampening 1,000 times per second. Carbon ceramic brakes shed triple-digit speeds without fade, and Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, or Cup 2S if you're brave, translate the V8's fury into grip. On the Nürburgring, development mules clocked sub-7-minute 40-second laps, territory normally reserved for exotic coupes. Inside, quilted leather, carbon accents, and a 15-speaker AKG system prove Cadillac didn't forget luxury while chasing lap times. With a base price around $94,890, the CT5V Blackwing remains a unicorn. A 4-door, manual, 200-mile-an-hour monster built for drivers who demand theater with their speed. Number 3. 2024 Nissan GT-R Nismo, 205 miles an hour. The 2024 GT-R Nismo is Godzilla in its final evolution. Primal, precise, and built for one thing: velocity. Under its hood sits a 3.8-liter twin-turbocharged V6, now tuned to 600 horsepower and 481 pound-feet of torque for the Nismo trim. It's hooked up to a 6-speed dual-clutch transmission that sends all that force through an all-wheel drive system. Together, they drive this beast from 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. And while Nissan doesn't publish an official 205-mile-per-hour figure, multiple verified sources, including Top Speed, confirm the Nismo touches 205 miles an hour on high-speed runs. What sets this GT-R apart isn't just power, but obsessive engineering. Carbon ceramic brakes, a stiffened body shell, and aerodynamics refined for downforce, front lip, fender vents, swan neck, rear wing, make sure it stays glued when speeds climb. The interior is driver-centric. Nismo bucket seats, Alcantara and leather combo, red accents, and the iconic red striped 12 o'clock steering wheel nod all the way to its motorsport DNA. This level of performance demands rarity. MSRP for the 2024 GT-R Nismo starts around $222,985 in the US. A supercar price, but with a silhouette and soul all its own. Number 2. 2025 Porsche 911 Turbo S, 205 miles an hour. Porsche's 2025 911 Turbo S takes everything fans love about the iconic flat six and pushes it to even higher velocity. Its 3.7-liter twin-turbocharged flat six churns out 640 horsepower, hooked to an all-wheel drive system and fed through an 8-speed dual-clutch PDK. With the Sport Chrono package installed, 0 to 60 miles an hour comes in a blistering 2.6 seconds, with independent test runs occasionally dropping into the mid-2.5 seconds. Top speed, Porsche claims 205 miles per hour for the coupe variant with summer tires and proper setup. What sets it apart from its siblings is how Porsche balances brutal straight-line speed with find-your-limits precision in corners. Rear axle steering, Porsche Active Suspension Management, or PASM, and adaptive aerodynamics help the Turbo S stay planted when pushing past triple digits. Brakes are massive, optional ceramic composites, so repeated braking doesn't end in fade. Interior touches include 18-way adjustable sports seats, dual-zone climate, high-res displays, and Porsche's characteristic mix of luxury materials and race-bred simplicity. Price starts at around $230,400 MSRP in the US for the Turbo S Coupe and climbs with options. What makes the 2025 Turbo S so special isn't just that it can hit 205, it's that it still feels like a 911 with heritage, polish, and insanity all wired in. The throne isn't given, it's taken. Let's meet the taker. Number 1. The 2025 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1, 233 miles an hour. Chevrolet finally gave the King of the Hill crown to the ZR1, and yes, it earned it. The 2025 Corvette ZR1 roars in with a 5.5-liter twin-turbo LT7 flat-plane crank V8, 1,064 horsepower at 7,000 RPM and 828 pound-feet of torque at 6,000 RPM. That output is the most ever from a factory Corvette, and the most powerful V8 in all of America from a production automaker. Top speed, a verified 233-mile-per-hour run conducted by GM President Mark Rees on a high-speed test track in Germany. That kind of speed comes with serious engineering. Carbon fiber aero generates over 1,200 pounds of downforce at max velocity, giving grip when the wind wants to rip at your skin. Acceleration is equally absurd, 0 to 60 in around 2.3 seconds, and a quarter mile hovering close to 9.6 seconds at 150 miles an hour with proper tires and the ZTK performance package. Inside and out, the ZR1 mixes brute force with refinement. Adaptive suspension, massive carbon ceramic rotors, multiple aero packages, and cockpit features that remind you this isn't just a speed record holder, it's still a Corvette. The starting MSRP lands around $178,195 to $183,400 for the coupe base, depending on options. This is the beast that closes this list, not just the fastest car on here, but the one pushing past old limits. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.